And Kris McCusker from 680 News joins us now. Hello, Kris. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed.
Well, you're going to give us all everything we need to know going into the weekend with our money news, and it was a weak finish on Day at Wall Street's.
Yeah, I'm thinking investors are probably happy to see the weekend as well. The TSX lower for a fourth day today, while U.S. markets, they did finish in the red, but they actually bounced off the lows of the day on word that Steve Bannon is out.
So the markets
at the White
that,
House.
did they?
Yeah, they did like it. That's a sort of interesting way to put it. They did like it. They responded to that very, very favorably. Now, here's the thing about August, though. It's usually very, very slow. As one analyst put it, people might be selling the stocks, putting the money in the mattress, and heading to the beach. Because we are getting close to Labor Day and time is running out. As far as Canada is concerned, there was a pickup in inflation in July, 1.2%. So the Canadian dollar up by about half a cent on the day. This new inflation reading also has many expecting that we will see another rate increase, an interest rate increase in the fall, likely October.
How much do you think? Just small incremental changes?
As far as the interest rate? Yeah, 25 basis points.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that when you said that. So let's talk about an interesting phenomenon at work where a lot of people want desks where they're standing instead of sitting all day. In fact, I know one of our bosses here has a standing desk for his back. But is standing on the job bad for your health?
And this is kind of funny because I'm sure you've heard there are studies that say sitting is bad. So now we have a study that says standing is also bad.
Well, then what are we supposed to do?
I know. The study was published in the American Journal of Epidemiology, and it looked at workers who primarily stand on the job, which showed that they are twice as likely to have heart disease compared to those who mainly sit. Now, the author of the study points out that it puts them at a bigger risk of getting heart disease than smokers, believe it or not. This was a pretty long study. It was over 12 years, following 7,300 heart disease-free Ontario workers. 3.4% workers developed heart disease, and 2.8% of those who mostly sat at work developed heart disease. So a higher number in those who stood. The author also, points out, yes, we have studies that say standing is bad, sitting is bad, but he also wanted people to really understand that not enough attention is given to those people who are standing all day.
Very interesting. Now, everyone is talking about Monday's solar eclipse, and it seems there are pros and cons on the financial side of things of people who may or may not be watching it.
Yes, that's true. And of course, this is a bigger deal in the U.S. It's actually going to pass right across the entire country. A U.S. firm is predicting it's going to be a pretty expensive eclipse as far as lost productivity is concerned, estimated at $694 million.
Wow.
Yeah. And the way they calculated this was kind of funny. Workers will take about 20 minutes to gather any viewing equipment. Factored in the number of full-time employed workers and the fact, I love this one, that nearly 83% of people go to work on an average workday. So all of this shows that it's going to cost $694 million. Now, it has been almost 100 years since a solar eclipse was last viewable on a path that crosses the entire U.S. So that's sort of one downside. Now, on the flip side, there is money to be made. This eclipse is passing through a number of states, including Tennessee. So the city of Nashville is expecting at least 50,000 visitors. So hotels, Airbnbs, all of these are going to be very full. And the city of Nashville expecting them to spend at least $15 million.
Interesting. Okay, are you a Star Wars fan?
I am.
All right, so you must be one of the folks looking forward to The Last Jedi, and now there's word a standalone Obi-Wan film might be coming.
That's right, and they're now working on a standalone Han Solo film, so it stands to reason that there should be a Obi-Wan film. Now, I sort of went looking to see what those who were like they study this sort of stuff really closely. The way I understand it, comic books and books have already explored his story. There just hasn't been a movie as of yet. Now, those in the know, based on what I read, said that it would be very likely that this movie about Obi-Wan would be set on Tatooine, where his character would be hiding out as the Empire.
Now I know you really are a fan because you said that properly. Sorry.
Yeah, Tatooine, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where he was hiding out as the sort of Empire is rising throughout the galaxy. And this is actually really familiar territory already as far as Star Wars films go, because Rogue One was sort of set in that same period of time.
Okay, well,
yes,
interesting. Lots more watching. Kris, thanks so very much. Have yourself a great weekend.
Yes, you too.